Last week I started checking out some of the latest anime from this season. Over the weekend I watched the first 4 episodes of the romantic comedy anime Don't Toy With Me Miss Nagatoro. This series is an anime adaptation of a web manga by author and illustrator Nanashi. Before I knew anything about this series, I came across a promotional image online several weeks ago, and my first thought was, this must be some weird underage hentai. And then I quickly wrote it off. Then after a week or so, I stumbled upon the opening for the anime, which started to pique my curiosity a bit. The opening sequence for this series is fantastic. It's a perfect representation of what you're getting with this show, and it showcases Nagatoro's many expressions and her sadistic, energetic personality. The music fits the visuals perfectly, and it really captures Nagatoro's energy and Senpai's despair. There's so much going on in the intro that there probably should be a seizure warning at the beginning. This is definitely a contender for best opening of the year. Anyway, after I saw the opening, it left me wondering, what is this anime and why is this little girl tormenting this poor guy? So I decided to give it a shot. Unlike the other romantic comedies I watched this year, Horimiya and Kaguya-sama, Nagatoro is very light on story. The series begins with high school student Naoto Hachiochi, referred to as Senpai throughout the show, going to the library to finish his homework. He accidentally drops the manga he made and is teased by Nagatoro's friends after they read it. After her friends leave, she begins to torment him to the point of crying, causing Naoto to try to avoid her the next day. Unfortunately, Nagatoro finds out about his art club and continues to mess with him every day. Similar to Kaguya-sama, each episode is broken up into segments, allowing for multiple scenarios per episode. Every episode so far has been broken up into 2 segments and has only featured a handful of characters. As I watched Nagatoro torment Naoto in the first episode, all I could think was, this is how school shooters and serial killers are made. At a glance, I can see some people getting the wrong impression of this show, especially those people on Twitter who are quick to complain and want to cancel everything. Anyone who gets upset with this series has missed the point of the show, as there is more to Nagatoro's actions than simply bullying Naoto. There's no denying that Nagatoro is sadistic, but she's not completely heartless, as there are brief moments where she realizes that she went too far when messing with him and apologizes for it. There are even moments where she tries to help him. She is basically a sadistic tsundere. She likes being around him, but treats him like crap and really enjoys it. Nagatoro's motives and feelings toward Naoto may not be apparent at first, but observing her behavior and expressions is crucial to understanding the character. Hayase Nagatoro is a very expressive and vibrant character, which animation studio TMS Entertainment has wonderfully brought to life. There are these micro expressions that the character will have briefly during certain scenes that aren't just used for comedic effect. They give context to her actions and are a brief window into her emotions and thoughts. So far, there have been several moments where it's made clear that she does care about him. For example, in the second segment of episode 3, there's a scene where Nagatoro's friends start picking on Naoto in the cafeteria. During this scene, Nagatoro's expressions change as her friends insult and touch Naoto. Nagatoro gets angry on his behalf, and I'd argue a bit possessive and protective. That scene and the restaurant scene in episode 2 should be enough to dismiss any notion of her simply being a bully and nothing more. With that being said, it's hilarious watching Nagatoro and her friends mess with Naoto. But at the same time, Naoto is a sympathetic, relatable character. He's a shy introvert who has always been picked on by his peers. He just wants to be left alone. I totally get that. I like the way Nanashi has written the characters so far. Generally speaking, the voice acting is great, and I love the dialogue at this point. I usually don't find characters teasing someone about their virginity funny, but there were a few times where Nagatoro or her friends teased Naoto about it that I laughed at. Besides that, there were other funny moments, such as Nagatoro making fun of Naoto's awkward movements by mimicking him, or that oddly sexual hand-washing scene in episode 4. Overall, I'm enjoying Don't Toy With Me Miss Nagatoro. This is a very unique romantic comedy series that fans of the genre might want to check out. If you've seen this series, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. As always, if there's an anime or a manga that you would like to see me do a review or a first impression on, consider donating via the PayPal link in the description or becoming a patron at patreon.com/fearnohate. Whether you decide to donate or not, thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here. Peace.